I would like to first thank the people of St. Martin for upholding the principles of democracy and going out and voting in an orderly manner. It continues our established tradition here on St. Martin of fair and nonviolent elections, a tradition that many around the world envy. Through this medium, I would also like to thank the persons that place their confidence in the party that I represent, and specifically my person. Once again, I am humbled by your unwavering support. Congratulations indeed goes out to our Minister Emil Lee, who has made it into the Parliament. I know you will do a great job when the moment and the time arrives. A special gratitude goes to Mr. Jason Rogers and his team of the Central Voting Bureau for the effort and work they have put into making the execution of the snap elections a success. The following departments and entities are also well deserving of praise and gratitude. The Parliament of St. Martin for providing the space so that the Central Voting Bureau can operate. The Civil Registry Department for their tirelessly efforts to ensure that everything was in place, even though it was challenging, but every election, it is a tireless effort to plan and execute accordingly. So gratitude and praises goes out to them as well. The Department of Communication, DCOM, for their efforts in ensuring that everything that was needed to be broadcast was done such and in a timely manner. VROMI, for assisting for setting up the voting booths and taking them down to ensure that schools can be resumed for the following day. I know that each time that is a tedious effort, but it was a job well done. The police, for, of course, keeping order, the prison guards, VKS, that all falls under the Ministry of Justice. I'm very much glad for the assistance that was given and to ensure the safety of this building as well during elections. The international observers, the voting district staffers and members. I know at each election it's very tedious in getting things together and counting those ballots, but nevertheless a job well done. Security staff and drivers, and I can't forget the fire department because we asked them to make sure that they control the area of the dump to ensure that there are no fires, just in case that disturbs the whole election process for persons in the Melford Hazel area and in the town area as well. And to all who have made a positive contribution, a sincere thank you, and thank you. Moving forward, elections is now behind us, and we have to continue as long as we're here still. Today, February 28th, is one of the coldest days in the Netherlands, and I'm getting some feedback from the students, and I just want to take this moment to encourage them not to give up. This too shall pass. It is expected that in the Netherlands it will be between -8 and -11 degrees in some areas. So that is pretty cold. It was very cold when we were there, and we knew that this week was going to be a very tedious week because it was going to be one of the coldest. So today sets a record, but we just want to encourage our students to keep thinking of St. Martin and keep thinking of the warm thoughts, and we're sending warm thoughts to them as well, but don't get discouraged. Moving forward, we have this week we continue talks on the structure of the project bureau that is going to be part of the World Bank projects that we're doing here in St. Martin. By the end of this week, the Legal Affairs Department and the Department of Interior Affairs and Kingdom Relations, Foreign Affairs, they are working on a draft national ordinance that should be ready the end of this week for that establishment and legalizing the basis of the National Recovery Program Bureau. We will also be having a selection committee, and besides that information, well, a whole package will be brought to the COM for approval so that we could set up something temporary to get things executed because, again, we have, as indicated before, we have a priority list. Those were the reasons why as well we went to the Netherlands to seek support and additional funding for, well, not additional funding, but funding to be dispersed immediately for critical projects before hurricane starts. So that process will continue, and we will keep the public updated as long as we can and for as long as we are here as this government until a new government is formed.